Guess what? It's time for some Overwatch.
Now the guy's coming out balcony.
Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. Time is but a window. Today we're going to be looking at CS2 Community Overwatch. Since Valve has not brought the Overwatch system into Counter-Strike 2 yet, it looks like the CS2 community has decided to create their own Overwatch system. So there's really two ways in which this website works. One is you get to watch, analyze, and judge, and the other one is you get to submit, report, and expose. That means if you think someone's cheating, you submit a demo and other people will review it and see if that person is cheating. You do need to log in with your Steam account, which you can see I did over here. And I haven't done this yet, but I'm curious exactly how it works. So let's see if it works like the original Overwatch did. Let's start investigating. So here you can see case progress, suspect information. You can see what rank they are. You have to watch at least 30 seconds of it. So we're going to start this off and we'll watch. All right, so here we go. On the pistol round, he's taking some shots. It is super loud, so I'm going to lower the volume a little bit. My apologies. Hopefully I remember to fix that. Peeks out. So far, it hasn't been too suspicious. He's not too worried about CT spawn. One guy is making his way through CT spawn, and now he's going to peek it. Does catch that guy. Doesn't look too strange, honestly. All right, making his way back over here, this time pushing through Palace. You can see him and his teammate have a nice little crossfire there and take down Delta. Now he's going to be repositioning over here. I like that it shows suspect for his name, and it actually renames everyone else just like the old Overwatch system did. Now he's pushing up. One guy was underneath balcony. Oh, another guy. He looked away. It looked like he was completely caught off guard by that guy. You'd think if he was wall hacking, he'd have known he was there. And his aim definitely does not look like an aim lock. So right now, I'm going to say this guy is looking pretty clean. Peeked out right as he was coming out. That guy peeked on that corner. It looked like he did aim on him through the box. Nothing too crazy about that, though, because he did see a bit of him. And now he's going to make his way over here through connector. One guy on the bottom there, he's trying to get the angle, I think. And he did spot out his head. And now he's able to tap him in the face. Does he know? Ooh, we can't see if he goes to the left. Before we continue, here's a quick word from this video's sponsor. Would you like to sell your skins fast and for real money? I have the perfect solution for you with the sponsor of this video. With sellyourskins.com, you can sell your skins for real money safely and easily. They offer many popular payment methods like PayPal, bank transfer, and even crypto. Simply sign up with Steam, select the skins you want to sell from your inventory, and get paid instantly. If you sign up right now with my referral code TIMES, you get an extra 5% on all skin sales. For more information, check out the description. That's sellyourskins.com.
Now we know a lot of people are trying to play it off and make it look like they're legit. One guy pushing up here, he did come up in Palace before, so we know how he plays it. This time he was solo, so he took the wide angle. This time him and his teammate are pinching this guy over in spawn. One more guy coming through connector, he spots him out, gets the kill. I mean, technically it is possible that he'd be using something like a radar hack. I just don't feel like I have enough evidence to say for sure he's using anything like that. There is one guy over here on the right-hand side. Able to take him down. That just leaves the last guy over at the B site, but we're not going to be able to see that. Actually, maybe this is the end of that round. I don't know what round it was, but regardless, taking some taps and able to take him down. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think he looks too aware? One guy pushing up catwalk here. He's holding the angle. Spots out his shoulder, taps him, gets the kill, and then he moves on. Looking over here towards window. No one's going to peek from window. One guy over here on the right-hand side. Does he know? There's one guy in sight that's about to peek out. It is looking like he's maybe a little bit too aware of when people are going to peek out from certain locations as he holds his crosshair in spots, waiting for them to peek for too long. Like that left-hand side right there, that was a little bit unnatural. People don't usually do that and wait for that rotation. Usually they're more worried about the eye up close on the right-hand side. Here, there's one guy on catwalk. He's going to peek him. Kind of jiggles him perfectly. And the more I watch this, the more I'm thinking this guy is wall hacking. One guy here on the right-hand side, one guy on the left. Guy on the left peeks out. Look how he's looking over there towards the left, even though he just spotted the guy on the right. And it just, he knows that someone's going to be rotating. Last two guys have already made their way over here towards site, and he's not really messing around, making his way up here. One guy on the right spams him down. One more guy in sight, and able to take him down also. He knows exactly where these guys are, and he's lining them up now. As the game goes on, he just looks like he's getting more and more blatant. One guy over here at the corner, he heard the shots. One guy gets taken down by his teammate, so that's not too suspicious that he peeked on that guy. All right, so now he's in a really bad situation. It's like a 1v4. One guy pushing his way up here. He sees that guy's head, knows exactly which guy's going to come out at which time, but it looks like he did not win that round because we're on to another round. One guy up here up close The other side of that smoke, he's just following him right through the smoke. Oh, no. Looked like he looked away right as the guy pushed through. One guy over here. Again, aimed out perfectly on him. All right. Looks like a full-on B take by the terrorists here. Tapping at him. Gets the first guy. Spots the next guy out. Does he know there's a guy on the left side? He does. Does not get that kill, though. All right. He's got that M4. Taking some shots. Gonna throw an incendiary grenade. Spams this guy down and finishes him off as he moves a little bit farther over to the left to get that kill. Then we got one guy over here in Palace, one guy up on the ramp. Guy up on the ramp is just kind of holding the angle. He's going to peek out. That wasn't too suspicious because obviously that guy on the ramp did take a shot at him. One guy on the bottom here is going to tap him down. He's just sitting out in the open. All right, one guy over here in sight. Looking on the right, looking on the left. Will this terrorist peek out? And he's just going to spam him through the smoke. Now one guy pushing up on the left-hand side, but we're not going to be able to see what happens with him. Look at this. Looks like he's aiming directly on that terrorist through the wall. Once again, does hear that guy shoot, which gives him a position, but still. Too many suspicious moments for me to say that this guy is legitimate. So I'm actually going to have to go with cheater. I feel like there was plenty of evidence here to support that. Looked like he was overly aware of people through smokes, overly aware of people's rotations and knowing where people were going to rotate from and when they were going to rotate and what side to be watching. He was never caught off guard. That's usually a really good sign of a cheater. So I'm going to go with cheater and submit my verdict. All right, this next game is 30K. What is there to say about a guy that has a rank of 30K? He must be a god and is probably cheating. There's a small chance he's not, but he's probably cheating. All right, here we go. On to the pistol round. One guy here on the right side, up close. He jumps up and tries to triple burst him. Does quite a bit of damage. Can he finish him off? Peeks back out. Peeks back out again and gets the kill. One guy on the right-hand side. He knows exactly where he's at. He's staring at him right through the wall, and he's going to get the kill. Now he's peeking his way over here towards site. One guy at CT spawn, one more rotating across CT spawn, and he's going to be coming around the corner. Gets the kill. Is he going to hunt down the other? No, we don't get to see that. All right, only one round into it so far, and I think that it is blatant. One guy here on the right-hand side is going to come out right on him and gets the kill. All right, one guy up here, over here in halls, drops down into pit. Gonna come out, gets the shot. He heard the deagle. Nothing too crazy about that. All right, coming back over here towards the B site. One guy on the right, one on the left. He peeks the guy up close on the left as if he knows he's aggressively pushing. Now there's still one guy on the left and one guy on the right. Does he know that? Yes, he does. He goes straight for him, even before his teammate spotted him out. And he's gonna spam him down. Knows there's a guy on the off angle here and gets taken down. This guy is blatantly cheating, which is expected at 30K. There is a lot, and I mean a lot, of cheaters in that gold rank. All right, pushing his way around. One guy on the left-hand side. He's going to spam him down. Knows the last guy is going to be coming over here from behind him, I think. I mean, we saw him, so you'd assume that he knows. He's going to be wrapping around him, I guess. Yes, he is. And takes the tap. Did not quite connect. He should be able to finish him off here, and does get the kill. All right, throws a nade over the top here. Going to be pushing out with a Tech 9. One guy on the right-hand side knows where he's at. Going to take him down. His teammates have all grouped up with him. He's going to throw a smoke over here towards CT spawn. And there is one guy pretty much straight in front of him. Aims straight at him. Comes out on him. Takes him down, and he gets shot through the smoke. One guy just picked his teammate and dropped over here into pit. And now he's going to be peeking towards site. He's able to get one. He just kind of walks up, even though that AWP picked someone. Not even concerned at the least that someone could be holding the angle on him. One guy here on the left-hand side, looking over there. Gonna push up here through the smoke. Just kind of chases at him. His awareness is totally on point. Last guy was at least hard to tell at first. This guy has been blatant this whole time. And he's gonna take down Dalmatian right there. Is he gonna push through another smoke here? Let's see. Actually, the smokes all dissipate. One guy behind him did get caught off guard by that. One guy on the left-hand side did not even check the right-hand side, just knew that the other guy was going to be on the left-hand side. Now he's got a USP on CT side, peeking out, getting a couple taps in, does get Dalmatian. All right, one guy over here, pushing his way over here towards balcony. Guy on balcony peeks out, and he is able to get a headshot onto him. Now, there is a guy pushing up from alt mid towards balcony once again, unless he decides to go boiler. Does he know? Oh, we don't get to see and find out. Oh, yeah, we do. All right, so the guy has come out, and look, he was still positioned looking straight at this, even before his teammate was tagged or spotted him out. And he's able to get the kill. All right, one guy up close on the left-hand side, about to peek him, and he's ready for it right before the guy peeks out. Obviously, he is trying to play it off like he's not cheating, but so far, everything that we have seen supports that he is definitely cheating this game. Gonna get smoked off here and push right through that smoke. Looks over to the left, doesn't spot anyone out. One more guy over here on the right-hand side in T-spawn. Of course, he knows and peeks it. And he's gonna flank this other terrorist on banana. All right, so now he's gonna go aggressive towards alt mid. Doesn't even worry about up top or on the... Well, he did look over to the left for a moment, but another guy pushing up. He gets out of the way right before the guy peeks out onto him. All right, throwing a nade down middle. Spots one guy out. Comes for the re-peek. Able to get the kill. And there is one more guy about to cross here. Peeks out. Perfect timing onto him right as he's crossing to get the gun. All right, one guy over here in Boiler. His teammate's holding a great angle for Boiler as long as he doesn't get flashed. Teammate went down, he peeks out off of it. That's pretty standard, nothing too suspicious about that. Throws a flashbang over here towards middle. One of the terrorists pushing up over here towards Boiler. All right, going to be holding the angle here. One of his teammates able to take down another guy in Boiler, and that means that there are 2 terrorists remaining. He's going to be pushing his way over here towards Boiler himself. He's ready for this next guy as he peeks down and gets the kill. Rotating back over, one guy over here making his way through apartments. One guy wrapping around onto him. His teammate went down to the guy wrapping, so he's going to come back and take this guy out. Now the guy's coming out balcony, and he's able to get that kill as well. That was just a good round. I don't really think that it was too suspicious because his teammate did go down by the other guy. Here, of course, he's watching the right spot at the right time when the guy comes out. The guy did miss the shot, and he's able to kind of clean it up. Now he's got an AWP, peeking over here towards mid. One guy on the right-hand side. He's able to get a headshot onto Bell. Going for that re-peek, and we don't get to see what happens. Probably got taken out here. All right, so we watched this full thing, and I'm going to have to say, definitely a cheater, especially early on. He was more blatant than later on, in my opinion. When we look at the score line, you can see that they had it pretty much under control, so we could turn it down a little bit, not be so blatant to guarantee that victory. So submit verdict. Anyways, guys, I'm really enjoying this site. I think that they really need to bring back Overwatch into Counter-Strike itself. But until they do, I'm definitely going to be hitting up this site quite a bit more. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Would you like to see more cases like this? And as always, have a great day.